That's really nice.
That's really nice. Okay. Hello.
Right.
Huh?
Let's do a cut later. Let me get it straight.
Okay.
You're
Hello.
on.
Okay. So I would like to say something about my personal experience with Dupuytrens Contracture. I am not a medical student. I'm not a doctor, so always, of course, talk to your professionals about any medical advice. I'm just sharing with you my personal story because it's been a really miraculous thing. I'm pretty convinced what I'm doing is working because I've stopped doing what I'm doing and I've experienced my Dupuytrens Contracture conditions worsening. About 10 years ago, both hands, namely my right hand, I started experiencing Dupuytrens Contracture. I've got a case family history of this. My grandfather had locked hands, my mother's had hands, my aunt has it in her hand. And I started experiencing it. And my fingers wouldn't go past this point without experiencing sharp pain, and this finger was starting to experience it with sharp pain. I work with my hands for a living, so I was beginning to get concerned that I would have to change my occupation. But my family member accidentally stumbled upon something that she was trying that seemed to work. So she started taking primrose oil. Very simple. That's it. She said primrose oil stopped her condition. I've tried a lot of alternative therapies. I'm open-minded. I tried it. I said, okay, I'm going to start taking primrose oil. So I started taking 1,200 IU, or 1,300 milligrams is what I'm taking now, but I started taking quite a bit of primrose oil daily, probably over 2,000 when I started. And I would say after about 8 months, my Dupuytrens Contracture scar tissues started to lessen in pain. Progressively over the next 2 or 3 or 4 years, I got full use of my fingers back, and I can now stretch. After doing this daily for 10 years, I can now completely stretch these fingers back with no pain, focused on the scar tissue on this left hand, and no pain on the scar tissue on my right hand. And the scar tissues have stopped developing ever since I started taking primrose oil. And they've also softened. They have not disappeared. Now, if I stop taking primrose oil, which I've done it a few times thinking, oh, you know, I don't need to be taking this stuff any day. After about 3 months or 2 months, I can't be certain on the date, the pain starts to come back and the tissues harden again. That's been my experience. So I've experienced zero growth in my scar tissue in both of my hands since I started taking primrose oil daily. And I take 1,300 milligrams of the primrose oil daily with my regular multivitamins and supplements. It's very healthy. It's over the counter. I've no side effects that I noticed. But I've got full use of my fingers, no pain, and no new scar tissue, and no surgery. So if you try this, please feel free to leave comments so other people can get their experience. Please give honest feedback if it works or if it doesn't work for you. Let's find out. I've tried to get people to research this, but the only people who are interested in doctors provide surgery, and they don't want to fund a study that takes away their livelihood, I think, but I could be wrong. Maybe they'll be very happy to find out that this works. So hopefully that's useful information to you, and please leave comments if you find positive or negative feedback. Thank you so much. Good luck.